Here you go, sweetie.
Now you might be wondering, why all the fuss? Can't we just slice up the salmon and enjoy it as sashimi? Well, not quite. Farm salmon can sometimes carry parasites, which is why sushi-grade salmon is typically flash frozen to kill them off. We're going to replicate that process at home by freezing the cured pieces in an airtight bag, ensuring our salmon is safe and delicious. First things first, let's break down the fillet. We want to separate the different parts of the salmon because they each have unique textures and fat content, which will affect how we slice them later for sushi. For the belly, it's super fatty and flavorful, perfect for sashimi. We'll slice this thinly later on. We also have the tail section. It's a bit leaner and not as pretty or tasty, so we'll use it for spicy salmon rolls. And of course, the main part of the fillet will give us beautiful slices of nigiri and sashimi, as well as sushi pieces. A simple rule of thumb is slicing along these white lines and also checking for thickness, because you want to make more or less evenly thick pieces of salmon. Next, I like to transfer the pieces onto a wire rack. And I place that on top of this cookie sheet and I cure it directly on here. Everything I use in this video is in the link in the description below. Now, we'll make a simple salt and sugar cure. I eyeball it, but the ratio is 3 parts salt to 1 part sugar. Now, the sugar is optional and can be adjusted according to taste. This curing process will draw out moisture from the salmon, firming up the texture and enhancing the flavor. We'll generously coat the salmon pieces, then lay them on this rack, which is on top of the baking sheet, which the salmon will drip a little bit of the moisture that's coming out of it, and we'll put it in the fridge for 45 minutes uncovered. Once the curing time is up, it's time for a thorough rinse. We want to remove all that excess salt and sugar from the surface of the salmon. So get 2 large bowls of clean, cold water and start rinsing each piece one at a time. Lay out the pieces on a clean sheet of paper towel. We want them to be thoroughly dried before we bag and airtight the bags. This step is super important to avoid overly salty salmon. You'll notice the salmon texture has changed and it's firmer and brighter orange now, thanks to the curing process. You might want to change out the water once or twice during this process. Now thoroughly dry the top of the pieces and get ready for bagging. I use a vacuum sealer, but you could also wrap them tightly in dry paper towels and then put those in a Ziploc bag get all the air out of the bag and freeze it for 7 days in the Ziploc bag as well. Remember, everything I'm using in this video is in the link in the description below. Now for the toughest part of this whole thing. We throw it in the freezer for 7 days to kill off any parasites or anything that might be living inside the salmon. It's this process that makes it sushi grade and also safe to eat raw. And now for the moment of truth, slicing our sushi grade salmon. A sharp sushi knife and a gentle touch are key here. The knife I'm using is a 10-inch sushi sashimi knife I got on Amazon. I think it was only about 27 bucks. The link is in the description. We're aiming for thin, even slices. Look at that beautiful color and texture. Now all that's left to do is enjoy. Serve it with soy sauce, wasabi, pickled ginger, or get creative and make your own sushi rolls. I definitely need to work on my sushi and sashimi slicing skills, but I'm trying to get it even, and I ensured that the pieces are all properly sized beforehand, so I think they came out pretty good. I just need to work on that plating skill. I served this test batch with soy sauce, ponzu sauce, a little bit of spicy mayo, and soy glaze. My wife loves sashimi, so she couldn't wait and I had to make it right away. Well, there you have it, sushi grade salmon from your very own kitchen. It's a bit of a process, but the results are so worth it. If you love salmon and want to save some money, give this a try. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Happy sashimiing!